Hello everyone, welcome to Money Made Easy. Today we want to talk about percentage. Since you're always paying interest on your student loan, your credit card, when you get a loan for a car on your mortgage, so we're gonna produce a lot of video about interest, but this is the first one. We're gonna talk about percentage. What is it? A percent? Like you say, you see the word cent. That's come from the Latin word century. So when you see cent, it's equal to 100. So percent is a part of a whole. It's a portions, a part of a whole. That means if I say 2%, it's the whole that is divided in by 100 per equal, and I take 2 equal part of this 100 per equal. That's how you should understand it. When I say 2%, 3%, 4%, 25%, I always divided whatever it is in by 100 equal per. So I can calculate percentage of a number, of an object, whatever it is. I always can determine the percentage of it. Every time I have to divide the number, the good, in 100 per equal, and I will take, if it's 4%, if I divide it by 100 per equal, I will take 4 part of it. That always going to be like that for whatever the percentage. Remember, the percentage of something, first of all, you divided it by in 100 equal part. Okay, that's gonna give you 1%. Okay, if you want 2%, you just gonna take it 2 times. You want 3%, 3 times. You want 12%, 12 times. But first of all, you divided it in 100 equal part. That's the first step to determine the percentage of every number. Let's take this example. I got here like 2% of 300. What's it gonna be? Is like 300 divided in 100 per equal. So if I have 300, I divided by 100 per equal. I'm gonna have each part the value of each part gonna be 30. You see, I'm gonna have 30 100 times. First of all, I divided 100 in 100 per. Each per, that's mean 100%, just one per is 30. So if I have to calculate 2%, so I'm gonna took like 2 per of it. It's gonna be like 2 times 30. Since 200 divided by 100, the 1 per gonna be 30. I need 2%. I'm gonna take 2 of this. It's gonna be 2 times 30. It's gonna be 60. This is equal to 2% of 300. Okay. Hey, what about 2% of a number, let's say less than 100? Because sometimes you may say, can I divide it in 100 per? If it's less, it's always possible. Let's say I want to calculate 2% of a number less than 100. Let's say 2% of 7. We use the same technique. That means we divide 7 in 100 per equal. 7 divided by 100 equal parts is gonna be this one. So it's the same technique. I divided by 100. So 1 per is like 0.07. That's 1%. If I need 2%, I just take it 2 times. If I need 3%, 3 times this value. That's always going to be the same technique. Whatever the number, you're always divided in 100 equal per. And if you need 12%, it's going to be 12 times the values. If you want 30, if you want 44%, it's going to be 40 times the value you find. It's always going to be the same technique for whatever the percentage you want to determine. We said previously that computing 2% of 300 imply divided 300 in 100 per equal and take 2 per of it. So what about writing this in a single step? Since in mathematics we always try to give a better structure, to any that's why we create formula. So if you want to write this in a single step, it's gonna be better. So we can try to write it like this. What do you think? That means for a single operations, what we're gonna have for a single operations, so we're gonna have 200 the same thing, but we just write one single operation here. And And since we can move those value for multiplications, so instead of 300 times 2, we can have 2 times 300. And finally we can write it also like 2 over 100 times 300. So what we got here, we got 2 over 100. That means 2%. It's 2%. It's also 2 over 100. So if you want to compute 2% of a value, you can write it like this: 2 over 100 times the value. So that's really simple and better also. So if you want 4%, it's going to be 4 over 100 times the value, whatever the value. So in mathematics, we most often use this reading, so this writing, so it's better. And then we can also write it in a decimal value. It's going to be 2 divided by 100 is going to be 0.02 times 300. It's the same thing, you know, it's the same thing, but the same thing that we write in a different way. So every time you have, let's say, 5%, 6% of a value, write it like this: 6 over 100 and times the value. And you can also write it in a decimal value. It's gonna be much easier, and also it's gonna be quicker if you try this method. As we can see, 2% can be written in the form of a fractions: 2 over 100, which gives us this decimal value, 0.02. In fact, it's the same for any percentage. 4%, you're going to have 0.04. 12%, 0.12. I don't know if you see any pattern here. Do you see something? So every time we just move 2 places to the left, you know, 2 places to the left every time. 2 places to the left. From the number, we just move 2 places to the left. So anytime you divide by 100, you just move 2 places to the left. That means it's a pattern. So whatever the percentage you want to put in decimal value, don't waste your time. Just start from the number and move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Here I have 8.27%. From the point, I just move 2 places to the left. Always like that. You just need to move the decimal point 2 value to the left to get the decimal value. So use this technique if you want to go fast when you just want any percentage. You just move 2 places to the left. Conversely, if you have if you have a value with 2 places to the left, if you move 2 places to the right, you're gonna get the percentage, like 0.25% is 25%. This is an introduction to percentage. I just want to help you get the basic idea of the percentage. For the upcoming video, we will resolve some problem about percentage. We will also resolve some problem about interest. Mainly those problems will be about FCAT, SAT, greatest, any test that you're gonna have. You can subscribe to the channel because we're gonna resolve a lot of problem in mathematics. But for this playlist, it's only about interest and percentage. So if you want to get some help in mathematics, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. So see you for another video. I hope this video was helpful. See you next.